Just vote on that one. Brian?
I'm abstaining.
John?
Yes.
Dan?
No.
Sal, yes. Michael?
Abstain.
Bob?
Yes.
Bill?
Yes.
Sadie?
Yes.
Thank you.
So we got 5, 1, and
It's
2.
5, 1, 2 again.
Advanced transit. For $10,135 to keep running their buses back and forth. Questions on this one?
Did get some answers from the executive director in case anybody wants to answer.
The new one or the one that we?
The one that's leaving Monday.
Or you have some
I'd like to
information
hear
last year?
whatever
You
got.
can see online anytime you want to, go to Advanced Transit, go to the homepage and look for open data. And you can plug in the town and see what the ridership is. So last year, and they run a July to June fiscal year. Last year, we had 4,500, what do they call it?
Trips?
Trips.
Not trips,
Voyages?
people jumping on,
Oh.
boardings.
Boarding.
So it's not like some other boardings, but
So
boardings.
how many did you say?
4,500 last year, just from Canaan. So they run 3 buses in the morning and 3 in the afternoon. And this is again, a community, they're looking for grants and they run predominantly off of federal and state grants, but communities kick in a minor share. So that happened to be for us, whether you can say $10,000 is the right number for 4,500 or not, but it's a pretty good number.
They run basically every day, right?
Monday through Friday.
Monday through Friday.
Yep.
Okay.
I used to go to work when I lived in Hanover, so that, and they do get major donations from the major players, so they get Dartmouth and from Dartmouth Hitchcock.
Huh.
So those are the primary contributors to the whole system. The rest of us piggyback. So they have a 20-mile radius.
Yeah.
One of the reasons that I moved to Canaan was I had a free bus and a 20-mile radius.
Okay.
It's not something that's normally promoted, but
Can you tell me, do the riders have to like buy passes or tickets or anything, or they just ride for free?
hop on,
Okay.
hop on.
So it's called the boarding.
I've never asked them, but
Free fare.
what's the rationale for not charging people that are capable of paying?
Well, you can donate. They would love to have a donation, but the idea was that this is trying to reduce the automobile.
There's a lot of cost associated with handling that money and accounting for that money. You hire people to keep track of it, and then you look at the salaries of the people you pay and the benefits you pay, and it doesn't really equal the money you collect.
Good point.
Is it a nonprofit by any chance? Are they Schedule C?
I can't tell you that. I don't know. I mean, it looks like we could find out. It seems very open on their website, so Advanced Transit, we can find out. And the other good thing about it is they do get state dollars from both states.
And so
So-
that could impact if they charge or not as well, right? Because then that could impact grant funding.
Yeah, if they're a nonprofit, they wouldn't.
Any case,
have a charge.
that was what I found out the other day from talking to the executive director. Thank you.
All right, anything else on advanced transit? Brian?
Yeah.
John?
Yes.
Dan?
No,
Sal, yes. Michael? Bob?
Yes.
Sorry?
Yes.
Bill?
Yes.
Sadie?
So I guess 5, 1, 2 again, or whatever.
No.
6, 1, 7, 1.
6, 1, 1, instead of 5, 1, 2. That's what I was giggling about. We have a pattern.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so that gets finished on warrants. Good work. Thank you all very much for that.
Mr. Chair,
Sir?
a couple points of interest maybe. I noticed on a couple of these, so Article 5.
Yep.
The heading is Highway Capital Road Reconstruction Fund, but the wording is Highway Equipment Capital Reserve Fund.
Consistency to me.
Yeah, I mean, that's helped with my vote. And then, there's another one on Article 7. It says Government Buildings Capital Reserve Fund, and then in the language, it says Government Buildings Capital Equipment Reserve. And then the other thing I would ask is, can I amend one of my votes from the other night this evening, or are those put in stone? I would like to amend my Article 12 vote to a yes, please.
Then I'd like to vote on these if he's gonna amend.
I think what we should do is you would make a motion to revote on that.
Okay.
And then have a second, right? Is that, instead of just changing a vote, I think you would have a
Yeah.
motion to, yeah.
Article 12 to a yes.
Well, hang on a minute. Let's Katie's got something that I'm mulling together in my head here.
Yeah. It's the bridge fund, capital bridge fund. I am, look, after a conversation I had the other day, I changed my thought and I'm hoping for planning. So
On which one?
Was number
13.
Yeah.
13.
I was looking at the old one, 12.
Okay,
Yeah.
you said 12, look at 12, so we're 8
I'll say.
13. Yeah, I want to vote, yes.
So I got two things we gotta do here. So,
Thank
Sadie, your thought is that we should, we open it up again to 13, we should have a revote for everybody to revote on 13.
Well, I think
Even though
we have a
Duplinsky is-
motion to at least revote on that. Is
See,
that
because
correct, Roger?
Because Duplinsky's not here, so he can't revote on it. He
Right.
voted on it. He's already voted on it.
Is there something that says that I can't just amend mine? Like, I want to make sure it's
Absolutely no idea.
right and tight. I don't think there is. I don't think there's anything that says I can't do it.
Right, and then we have a second question, which opens up another can of worms, which is Mr. Bergeron has requested that if we're gonna open up votes, he would like to be able to vote on all of the warrants, because even though he missed the meeting on Tuesday. So we have two things here that.
That wouldn't matter.
Oh, yeah.
Mike,
Huh?
The one vote wouldn't matter in any of the outcomes, I would say. That's more of a conscience thing.
Right, no, look,
Between us two.
this is just my opinion now, not as the chair, this is just one of our member opinions about this. I think that, anyone at this point in time should be able to amend their vote if they found out new information, et cetera, and be able to change. And I think that the fact that John missed the meeting, on Tuesday, that we should give him the opportunity to vote on things, now that he's here and can vote on them. But I would rather not open up the voting to re-vote, change all of the.
So, because.
Unless somebody specifically has things that they want to change.
Because Tom was here for that meeting
That's what I'm
and he
saying.
voted on all of those. So the question is, are you looking to amend the vote to,
Right.
to add? I don't know what the technical.
Yeah, me either.
I think what you do, his hand was up first.
Oh, all right, go ahead. Well, maybe your information might be more helpful for Tom, just hold on 1 second, go ahead.
But I think the way you do it is you vote to reopen the voting. I think that's what you have to do. And the
Okay.
Members present are the ones that count. Now, practicality standpoint, he wants to change one to a yes.
Yeah.
And since I'm gonna vote for yes for everything, that Duplinsky voted for everything, yes. I think the only net result is we go up by 2 on the one he wants to vote on. Because if we do re-vote on all of them, I'm just gonna replace Duplinsky's yes with my yes.
Right. Well, I don't want to take Tom's vote away from him, that's the point. Right. In my mind,
Mine too. He was here.
he was here.
As I understand it,
Go ahead.
he could make a motion to change his own vote. John wasn't here for the conversation,
Right,
so he cannot vote. That's my understanding of it. For John to actively vote on all these, we have to go through the conversation again, is he didn't hear the people pros and cons against it to affect his yes or no. To me, this is
no,
why,
that's a point.
this is why back in the day, our lawyer in Connecticut said, for the church I used to work for, you can't have email votes. Because everybody has to hear the conversation to give a legal vote.
But you can legally reopen the voting.
But we'd have to go
And
through the
then,
discussion again.
and then that also means you reopen the debate. And if the debate takes place, it takes place. Practically speaking, it won't. Not going to object to any of these.
Can I make a motion?
Yeah.
You can make a motion at any point in time.
I make a motion to, for an amendment, but not for a revote. So So I would make a motion that we could, anybody who was here and present during the discussion the other evening that wanted to amend any of the decisions, but not to be able to do open a vote without discussion and take away Tom's vote who was here. So that's a lengthy motion, but that's my motion.
I second.
My lawyer not helping me out.
I think we might
You
get.
can't claim you don't have a hearing aid.
I think we might be digging into something that we don't really need to dig into. I think Brian's point is really valid. Without conversation, I mean, we took 10 minutes to make sure that Tom could get on the other night so he could hear.
No,
So my motion is that we can make amendments, but we can't re-vote tonight on the entire articles. Brian has seconded.
I'm not sure that's legal.
This is it.
Well, if it's not legal, then tell me. And it's nothing to do with your vote, John. It's just.
I'm not a lawyer,
you know,
so.
Right. I'm not a lawyer by design, so there's that.
And the fact that it's, like you said, it's not gonna change anything, why would we open it?
there you go.
Why would we
He's
open
not a
it?
lawyer by design.
They
either.
also save some money. More money than the point is worth by far.
The two things that I see is you're recording the no's, right, Roger?
Yeah.
And I could understand Dan not wanting his name next to that particular no. I don't know there's any benefit to opening it up for John to vote.
So I'm not sure the names are recorded.
He's been putting in the minutes.
All those no's are.
Yeah, right.
He records the no's by name in the minute.
Well, those no's will remain. It's just these minutes will have a yes.
All right, well, let's go at this one thing at a time then. We have a motion on the floor, which is a rather lengthy motion.
I can simplify.
Go ahead, Roger.
I simplified it. Sorry.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
I said to amend the warrant article of number 13 of Bridge Capital Reserve Fund Limited. I'll put in, to amend the warrant article vote limited to the number 13. The warrant article number 13, Bridge Capital Reserve Fund.
That's my motion.
And I second.
Read the motion again?
Word limited.
Read the motion again?
That we'll call it, to amend the warrant article vote limited to number 13, Bridge Capital Reserve Fund.
But it doesn't say how to amend it. Well, the article says to amend, but the article has to say how you want to amend it.
Right, oh, the vote, well, it says vote. What do
I
you?
didn't hear the word vote.
Oh,
Yeah, it says
yeah.
the warrant article vote.
Limited to number 13. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, it
To
doesn't
amend the
say,
warrant article vote, which is this part.
so are you,
Give me yes, no, recommends this.
Which I think would then mean that you get to
so
vote now. John.
you're asking for a revote
On
on
one
that
article.
article?
I may be able to simplify. I withdraw my request to modify it and I'll stay a no.
Okay,
If it's just easier to do that, I'll stay a no.
all right.
It's fine.
Okay, now we have Mr. Bergeron's question. Do you have a motion you want to make there?
No.
No. All right. And we're done with warrants. Thank you very much. Let's move on to do.
Well, that was easy.
Taxpayer, well, you know. Taxpayer letter. Let's see if we can put a wrap on this in the next 11 minutes. Or 9 minutes. We'll give 2 minute breaks. All right.
Oh, geez. Can I borrow your glasses? These are-
It's got smaller and smaller.
I didn't realize I was gonna break that. So last night, Davey the troublemaker asked to have Tom Opel, the English professor.
2 nights ago.
Let's be accurate.
Yeah.
Just to have Tom Opel, the English professor, take a look at, which is great. And so he did, and then this was his, these are his suggestions. He wrote back. Oddly enough, in the first line, you remember we had changed it to say taxpayer instead of resident, and he's changing it. He thinks it should be changed to say resident instead of taxpayer. So I think we all decided the other night that we were more comfortable with taxpayer.
Yeah.
I would, out of respect, I mean, with all due respect to Tom, I think we just leave it that way. That would be my suggestion. And then down below, you can see he asked the question, why is
Let's
that?
stop there. Are we okay with taxpayer?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think what we weren't okay with was family.
Yeah, no, I think taxpayer is the right word. And does anybody object to
Resident,
taxpayer?
I don't
No.
really.
All right, so Tom, thank you, but no, thank you.
So
Okay.
I'll leave it at taxpayer.
Thank you.
And then down below, you can see he's asking, why is that paragraph in the box? And That's just a style issue. I thought that it helped make it stand out a little more. It's easy enough to get the box out of there. Nobody commented on that last night.
Yeah.
But that was, I specifically, intentionally put those two sentences in the box just again so they would stand out. But it's not a problem to.
I like the box.
I like the box.
I like the
think
box.
it,
I do too. And
Yeah,
on
that's
this
done.
sheet, I get a better understanding of it. On the other one, it was kind of over some of the sentence, so I thought it might have just been
Mhm.
trying to get the sheet to print out right error, but I actually like that it does highlight that without making it bold.
Yeah, I think if we took a vote, that'd be done. So we're gonna leave the box next.
Well, hang on, can I ask,
Sure.
so on the box? When I look at it, and I don't know if it matters or not, I put the box with the diagrams, right? And then I think that it reads, for full details, these state education and country expenses. This has led to the deferred maintenance. Is that correct? Is stuff in the box part of the text?
Yeah. Right.
So to me, it's set aside. It's set
In other
off.
words, for the past decade, we haven't, we've had an effort to keep town taxes low. This has led to a deferred maintenance, because we tried to keep taxes low, which is true.
Well, the box tells me that goes with the image, not with the paragraphs. That's what the box does for me.
I see the box as more like, this is our technical aspect, this is what we're doing, this is our charge.
Yeah.
That's, when I read that information, that's what I took out of it. It's like, this is what the job we've been trying to do, looking at these issues over time, where the other is the explanation of the detail.
Mr. Stone?
Okay, I've been through drafting by committee exercises hundreds, possibly thousands of times. The net result in 99.99% of them is it gets worse every change. I think Michael has done a terrific job of creating this. I think taxpayers better than residents, but it doesn't really make a lot of difference. What's going to make a difference is the kind of reaction we get from our taxpayers to this, and we can do a better job of it next year, having had the benefit of that input.
I
Okay.
agree that I thought it was great the other night. I think
Yeah,
Mike
that's fine.
and Sal, you guys did a great job.
All right, so now, we're gonna go into taxpayer, we're gonna leave the box, and then there's one last comment here.
Yeah, and it's probably because Tom wasn't in our conversations, present for our conversations in the past about the revenue shortfalls and the posting of revenue that was dead, all the reasons that you had the shortfall. So he's saying right there, you might need to explain that a little more. I don't know how you could explain that without
Not without.
4 paragraphs.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
All right, so
but again, this is a group effort, so.
go ahead.
I'm more than happy to explain that at the deliberative session to the entire community if everybody would like.
Well, I think once this letter goes out, we're gonna have to explain this at the deliberative session.
That's to 1% of the entire community.
Right, to all 15 people there.
I'm just saying that.
There was
So
40.
I'm just saying that, once we actually put this out, it's gonna start with me because I'm the chair, so I'm gonna have to say something, and then I'm gonna ask for you guys all to help. But
This was a thorn in my side for a long time, and I'm trying to come to terms with it. And I understand that I'm not sitting here saying specific names anymore and this and that, but I also think it's important to be honest with our community of why we got here. And we got here because of previous administration's shortfalls, right? So there are a lot of people in our community that are sick of fluff.
we're okay with this as it is?
Yep.
Good. All those in favor, just say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Any abstains?
I'm gonna say.
So we got seven.
7-1.
No.
It's only because it's not big enough, you can't read it.
6-1.
I think this is a great start.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Definitely.
exactly.
It's
Thank
a
you.
first step.
All right, we're
We haven't
done.
done this.
So recess is now in order.
I want to make a comment.
All right, go ahead.
So, the reason that I thought it would be great to have Tom review it is because when we first started talking about this, I was not in favor. He's not an English professor, but he has very extensive political and communications background. We also in prior years had really, to the fault of the town, torn apart the relationship between town and school, and we're trying to rebuild that. And Tom has really been instrumental in doing that through the Economic Development Committee. And my concern was I didn't want to damage any work that had been done there. So That's why.
I like it.
Good point.
I do want to follow along with this, so like I said, great start. But if someone hasn't done it, you got nothing better to do when you're thinking about it, look for Transparent New Hampshire.
I did look that up.
I know you did, I know, but the rest of us need to look at it at least once in your life, because I think it's something that we can then impose upon consideration for our town website.
Yeah.
And then as the years go forward, I'm never worried about today, but I'm worried about tomorrow. And if we can have this
Did you bring
resource,
one for everybody?
No.
then we can keep up with whatever the
Guys,
trend is.
Brian's trying to make a point.
I'm sorry. For whatever the trend is that comes in the future, then we have a tool that we can use instead of having to invent the wheel again. We've invented the wheel now. If we can transition it to the web wheel, and it has some linkage to Transparent New Hampshire for our little state, whether you like that particular page or not, it's trying to do the same thing that we're doing here today.
They wrote it down, it's New Hampshire, not NH, right?
It's true. New Hampshire, well, you can look anyway. Transparent NH is what it is, but you can do Transparent New Hampshire.
Oh, but NH.
Just do a search on your phone and it'll be on your phone.
Okay.
It's easy. And it says, where does the money come from? Where does the money go?
Yeah.
It's very simple.